What's up, gang? It's your boy Tyler, and today we're coming at you with another fragrance review. So thank you for watching the most trash show on YouTube, Garage Goons. And dude, I've been killing it at Burlington lately. I've been picking up all kinds of great bangers and really good fragrances. Can't really fault them. The prices are always right, and I will do a little preview of some stuff that I'm going to review soon. I'll do a first impressions video later this week on the haul that I got from Burlington. But I need some more time to wear some of those, fragrances I just picked up. But this one today, I'm going to go over is Lattafa's Brioche Vanille. And Vanille. And this is 100 milliliters. I think I spent $32.99 on it. That sounds about right. I don't have the price tag on it anymore, the receipt, but it was between like 30 and 35. But Brioche Vanille, let's get into the presentation of it. Perfectly square bottle, kind of cool. It's got like a vase, like a ceramic vase with some bread in there, and it's trying to tell you, hey, this is a brioche smelling scent, a bready scent. At least that's what they were going for, okay? And spoiler alert, not my favorite, okay? Not my favorite. I'm going to be honest, I didn't really like it at all on me, on my skin. I only tried it once, so this isn't going to be the most educated review. Hasn't had time to macerate, which I know is a big thing in the cologne community. Let it sit for a month. Listen, that's not my style. If it gets better over time, great. But I just used it, and I'll talk to you about my experience of what I smell, and then I'll smell it on paper, which I actually haven't smelled it on paper yet. But Brioche Vanille has this cap that clicks into place. Okay, the cap is plastic, but it looks metallic. It looks nice. Lattafa always does a good job of faking the funk, man. They're really good at making things look expensive when they're actually a lot of cheap materials. But who cares? Lattafa is the king of clones. I'll say it to this day. I just strongly believe that Lattafa makes the best clones, and they're starting to make some really good original fragrances. For me, this is not one of them, okay? But let's get into it. All right, so get a little scent strip right here. Not a pressurized atomizer, okay, but a good one. It's got like a short, kind of poofy cloud. Yeah, and right off the top, it's a little bit alcoholic, aldehydic, whatever you want to call it. Maybe that's because it's still new. And the reason I want to make this review is because, listen, my nose is going to be vastly different than a lot of people's, okay? But if you're anything like me and you kind of have watched some of my fragrance videos in the past and have seen my thoughts on certain scents, you might, this is like a cautionary tale. Listen, I blind buy a lot of stuff. If I go to Burlington, there's no way to smell it ahead of time. It's all in the box, shrink wrapped up. There's no samples of anything. It's just, you get what you get and you don't get upset. Okay, but for this one, for me, I don't get a really bready vibe. Here's what I get. I get a really like photorealistic, nutty, almondy, chestnut, walnut smell with a tiny bit of sweetness. It's really, it doesn't come off as bready or doughy to me. It literally comes off as like a very, I don't want to say herbal, but natural, unsalted, unsweetened nut. Okay, and in my experience with this, it lasted quite a while. It didn't push off the skin. It stayed pretty close the whole time. I would say like within an arm's reach. This is not a room filler at all. But yeah, it's just a very, very photorealistic, almondy, maybe a little bit of chestnut, walnut, maybe even roasted chestnut smell to it. And it's very, very dry, like almost dusty dry. The creaminess that I've seen in other reviews and stuff, because first let me preface this by saying, I bought it. After I bought it, I watched a review. I just said, hey, it's called Brioche Vanille. If it smells like baked goods with vanilla, I'm in. I wasn't always a gourmand guy, but it's been cold finally in California. It took till basically Christmas for the temperature to drop. It was like 80 degrees plus all the way until Christmas. And then it finally, after Christmas, like around the New Year's time, it finally started getting to the 50s and 60s. So it hasn't actually been frigid. It's just been cold enough to wear cool weather since. So I've been getting into my gourmand bag and experimenting with things and trying some stuff out. But I didn't feel like, with a name like Brioche Vanille, when they have bread on the front and vanilla in the name, I was like, okay, bread with vanilla. That's what I thought I was getting. Okay, on me, this lasted about 8 hours. Again, it wasn't a room filler. It wasn't pushing off. It was within arm's reach. It was, 1 to 2 feet away, maybe, at max power. But it did stick around a while. It's as far as on the skin, like if you want an in-close scent that's going to hold on to your skin, this lasted, like, the smell and projection and, like, other people's ability to smell this probably lasted around, I don't know, 3 to 6 hours with mid to modest projection. But it was on my skin. Like, I showered and I could still smell it on my wrists. And I scrubbed my wrists because I didn't enjoy it. When it dried down, I got almond milk. And not just regular almond milk, the vanilla flavored almond milk, which if you're not an almond milk drinker, it's not a creamy vanilla. It's just, it gives a slight sweetness to the nothingness that is almond milk if you're trying to drink a little bit healthier and you don't want to be drinking dairy milk or whole milk or just basically liquefied fat in a bottle. You could drink almond milk, and I personally like to go for the vanilla one because it doesn't add any calories and it makes it a little bit better. It tastes better in your cereal. It tastes better with your protein shakes, in my opinion. Gives it just a little bit of sweetness, not a creaminess, but like just a little bit more, I don't know, flavor to it to make it enjoyable. I got a little bit of that. There was no creaminess. It was just like a little bit of vanilla, hints of vanilla, but it dries down to almond milk. So if you want to smell like an almond, unseasoned, unhoneyed, whatever, and then you want to smell like almond milk, I guess, Brioche Vanille, okay, by Lattafa. Not my best pickup. I'm going to sell this thing, man. I don't know. I'm going to do a package sell. That worked out pretty good last time where I said, hey, listen, I got to be honest with myself. I have too many fragrances, too many colognes on the shelf. Let's package like 3 or 4 of them up, sell them for $100 on Facebook, and see what happens, okay? But here's the exciting stuff we got coming up, okay? I have Lattafa Mashrabia. I've been on an endless quest to find a mild cigar, kind of Cuban cigar, vanillic tobacco, not like a smoky tobacco, like a smooth tobacco fragrance. And I've yet to find one that is kind of what I'm looking for, but I have been buying tobacco fragrances, okay? So let me show you what I picked up in Burlington today. I picked up Mashrabia a couple of days ago, different Burlington, but today I picked up Hawas Ice, okay? And that one I think I spent $35 on. What a steal, okay, from Burlington. There's a certain Burlington I gatekeep, and I just don't tell anybody about this particular one because they're always loaded, and the rich people that shop at this Burlington have no idea what they're missing by just letting these clone fragrances in these Middle Eastern houses sit on the shelves, okay? So, Hawas Ice, heard good things, sprayed it one time in the truck, knew I was going to fucking love it. At the end of the day, as much as I've been getting into gourmands, I'm a freshie guy. I just like to smell clean. I like to smell fresh. I like to smell invigorating. You know what I mean? Like, I just do. I can't help myself. I always gravitate towards clean fragrances, fresh, invigorating, uplifting fragrances. That's what I've been doing. But it's been winter, so I've been playing around with more, gourmand stuff, which is why, I like stuff like Leighton, where you get the best of both worlds. It's a little bit barbershop. It's a little bit gourmand. It's fucking awesome. Okay, so Hawas Ice, picked that up. I re-upped because I was out, because between Versace Mano Fraiche and 9 a.m. Dive, those are my 2 gym scents, and I just ran out of my bottle of 9 a.m. Dive. Had to re-up. I saw it, $35, picked it up. Okay? And then this clone, okay, has been getting, yeah, here's the price tag on the 9 a.m. dive, I believe, okay? But this clone right here, I haven't smelled the original, but French Avenue Amber Empire. Look at the presentation. $40, Burlington, okay? That's the price tag right there. I put it on the back for you guys because it was on the plastic before. But man, the presentation, I took the bottle out already. I'm actually wearing it now, so I am testing it. But we'll still do a first impressions video because, you know, testing it one time, that's on the body. I still haven't smelled it on paper or anything else. But we'll do a first impressions of all of these, you know, Middle Eastern houses I've been picking up. But man, spoiler alert, this thing is a banger. I'm going to be wearing this. It's not, there is tobacco in it, and it's not quite what I was looking for, but I am pleasantly surprised. I will tell you that much. This thing, we're going to do a video on it, but that's between Mashrabia, 9 a.m., and Hawas Ice. You know, that's 3 for 4. Okay, I'll take the L on Brioche Vanille, but I will be reviewing all those clone fragrances. I used to be kind of like anti-clone unless they were cloning something that was hard to find or discontinued and stuff like that. But to be honest, man, like clones are getting so good nowadays that I can't justify spending upwards of $200 on a fragrance anymore. If the niche houses started making things more affordable, like, you know, under the $200 range, I would consider it. But it's just like, bro, when you can spend $40 on a clone and they're making them now with like all day performance and high quality materials, and it doesn't smell like the 2010 clones that first came out that just smelled like alcohol and lasted 2 hours and then went away. It's a different ball game now. We're in a different world. There's a reason why clones are taking off. It's not just hype. It's actually the quality that's going up as well. All ships rise with the rising tide, right? So clones are just getting better, and they're not just competing against the fragrances they're cloning. They're competing against other clone houses, so they have to become better. And you're seeing the results in that. Spoiler alert, again, this thing is a banger. All right, so if you want to see individual reviews of some of those fragrances I just talked about, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know which one you want me to do. And also, if you want to see my first impressions video of them, we'll get all the scent strips out, and some point this week I will release that video as well. Good variety of stuff, you know, fresh, hookah smells, tobacco smells, gourmand smells. You know, we got it all. So thank you for watching Most Trash Show on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell your homies, tell your friends. Share this video. Press all of the buttons. Talk to me in the comments. I talk back. And we are out of this bitch.